Hi everyone. I'm Jonathan's Media Shack here once again. And today, to celebrate Eddie Murphy's birthday, I am going to do a review on Beverly Hills Cop that came out in the year of 1984. So, anyways, enjoy. So basically what the plot for this movie is, after his childhood buddy is murdered while visiting Detroit, a rebellious cop, Axel Foley, who's played by Eddie Murphy, follows the lead to Beverly Hills, California, under the auspices of a vacation. He checks with his old friend, Jenny Summers, who's played by Lisa Ilibaker, and starts to believe her boss, art dealer, Victor Maitland, who's played by Steven Berkoff, might somehow be involved in the murder. But, however, L.T. Bogomil, who's played by Ronnie Cox, of the Beverly Hills Police Department, does not trust Foley, and hinders his search for evidence, and that's it. That's basically what the plot for this whole movie is all about. Now, what are my thoughts about this movie? Wow, this movie is really cool. I'll tell you the reasons why. 1. I find the plot for this movie to be really interesting, and awesome. Even for an Eddie Murphy movie, they came up with a very great plot for the film, and it worked perfectly, and ever since then, Eddie Murphy had become a movie star, and starred in other movies throughout the years. 2. The theme for this movie is absolutely nostalgic, and wicked awesome. I mean, wow, the way that they used the music to make this cool theme for this movie is groovy. And it sounds very groovy, and it reminds me of the beautiful days of the 80s, even though I was born in 1996, but still, the theme song really reminds me of the good old days of the 80s. 3. The jokes in this movie are clever, and very funny. Especially when it comes to Eddie Murphy, he knew how to make audiences laugh with his witty sense of humor. And seeing Eddie Murphy doing funny stuff always makes me laugh, and smile. What a legendary comedian he is, along with Robin Williams. 4. The acting for this movie is outstanding. I thought that everyone had done such a great job with their roles, especially Eddie Murphy himself, who was very hilarious in the film, just like in the Shrek franchise, Coming to America, Mulan, Bowfinger, and even the Nutty Professor. 5. The action scenes for this movie is so radical, and cool. 6. The cinematography for this movie is splendiferous. 7. The characters in this movie are very funny, and likable characters. And even Eddie Murphy, who was Axel Foley, was such a great character himself, especially whenever he does something amusing, or cool, that still makes him a badass character. 8. The editing for this movie is absolutely fantastic. 9. The villain in this movie was a huge badass. And he did something that you might consider him as a bad guy, because he did something menacing and threatening, and that what makes him a huge badass villain, and it's up to Axel Foley, who is the hero, to stop this antagonist. Wow, no wonder why this movie is so wicked awesome. And finally, 10. Anyone who had anticipated with this awesome movie had done such a wonderful job with this pure comedy gold of a film from the 80s. And so, for my final rating for Beverly Hills Cop, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 7. What a cool and wicked awesome movie. Anyways, that's all for today's video. See you guys later.